Hey guys, Jedi Monkey here with another build video. This one I am calling Joker's Joy Buzzer, because playing with it kind of really reminded me of Joker using his Joy Buzzer to kill people in the comics. So I hope you like it and enjoy the video. Alright, so let's take a look and see how this build works. What we're taking advantage of. So we're taking advantage of combination blows, which stacks up to 3 times. On a kill, you regenerate health, and the stack goes up, and you also deal more melee damage. It lasts about 15 seconds, so it's a fairly long counter, which is great. And then we are taking advantage of our exotic, Liar's Handshake, which on every other melee kill, arc melee, you deal more damage and you get health regen. Or if you get hit by a melee, where you're in close, you're constantly getting hit by melee, so this is almost always procced, so it works great. Also on the gloves we have elemental charge to get charged with light every time you pick up a well. We'll go over why, where we're getting that charge. And then we're also running momentum transfer, so when you deal damage with your melee, with your grenade, it reduces your melee cooldown. Could go other ways. That's just kind of how I threw it on there. You could go, other things. That melee cooldown is pretty quick anyway, so you don't really need to worry about that. You could throw on fastball if you wanted to, or another, if you needed another champion mod, throw another champion mod on. And then for the rest of the armor, I have protective light on, just because I was doing some higher end stuff and I find that to work very well. We're also running double hands on to help our super regen quicker. Then on your chest piece, I'm running bountiful wells. You could run whatever. I really like bountiful wells because it causes more wells to drop. And then to actually make the wells, we're running melee well maker because we are constantly meleeing stuff, which causes you to drop wells almost every kill or every other kill. It seems to be a little inconsistent sometimes, and I find it seems to be every other kill for the most part. And then on my cloak, I'm running Well of Ilons. If you don't know what that perk is, it is a perk that increases your melee damage every time you pick up Arc Well. We are also taking advantage of Passive Guard, which is in the Season Pass this season. It's not necessary for this build, but it does help, just your ability to stay alive. Where I was running in Lost Sectors, I was running Sword for Overload, because Overload champions are the one champion that, really are kind of a pain in the ass to kill, because of their teleporting mechanic. Passive Guard, you just take less damage, reduces your incoming damage. When you have a sword, you don't even have to have it equipped. You could also go something like Distribution or Outreach to reduce your ability cooldowns. Outreach is probably not necessary because on the subclass, melee damage recharges your dodge, so your dodge is almost always up anyways, so you don't really need that. Then for the weapons, with this build, you really don't need to run a primary. You definitely want to be taking advantage of a 1-2 punch shotgun. So 1-2 punch, hitting an enemy with all the pellets in a shotgun. Your next melee does increase damage. So with Liar's Handshake and Well of Ions, you're dealing a massive amount of damage. You can easily take down barrier champions in, 320 to 350 level content, or 1350 to 1320 level content in 3 shots without them being able to put up their shields. I really like the sudden death. I find it really easily shoots from the hip, which makes what you want to do, where you're you're hitting all your pellets, you're not really worried about dealing damage with the shotgun, really work well. I'm also running the rest of the perks on it really don't matter, because I'm reloading through my dodge, because I don't need it for my melee, getting my melee back. And then for right now, in the videos that I show you of the clips I'm running a Lost Sector on the moon. It happened to be solar damage, so I'm running a Solar Scar with Vorpal Weapon for that little extra damage. But depending on what activity you're doing and what you need for a sword, you could definitely go Fallen Guillotine, you could go Half Truce, you could go pretty much any of the swords that you like, depending on what the damage is, what you have for shields. Maybe you need it for a little bit extra shield damage. But I really find that you can wreck through most shields with this melee build as well, even with match game on. It tends to do pretty well. I'm running Obelisk in the video just for that occasional barrier champion when the servitor comes up and he's shielding all the enemies around it. You can't get in there and melee anything. So sometimes you have to take that barrier champion out before you can get in there. And it is by far right now the best barrier gun. Unfortunately, I don't have my catalyst done yet. I am only 9% done. I need to sit down and just start working away on that catalyst so I can get Genesis to make it even better. So how does this all come together to work? For the most part, killing the regular ads, not a problem. Melee, you're going to get health regen, and they're going to die 1, maybe 2 shots if they're slightly tankier enemy or have a shield or something on them. For champions, it's a little bit different. There is a little bit of setup. You would like to be charged with light. You would like to have Liar's Handshake ready to go, and you would like to have Combination Blow time 3 already set up. You don't need all those things, but it helps. And then you want to melee the enemy once, use your shotgun to trigger 1-2 punch, and then punch again. You should have everything procced at that point, and you can usually take out the champion fairly quickly, either with that shot or with the next melee. As you can see in the video here, I killed a bunch of ads. I then meleeed the champion, shot my shotgun, meleeed the champion again. He had just a sliver of life left and had to melee him. Thanks for watching. The rest of the video is just me running through a Lost Sector on the moon. Feel free to leave any comments or any builds that you would like me to see build. And stay tuned for more Destiny 2 content. Thank you.
Bye.